Okay, it's live.
All right. Shalom. This is the brothers of
So
GMS New Orleans coming at you with another live lesson. But before we get started, as always, we're going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to
figure
Yahweh,
out
Bahasham, Yahushai,
Shah by
Bahasham,
Shimmer Kakadash.
Barakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and salutations to you, sincere Akim out there, pushing this word of truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe, brothers and brethren
Yeah.
to the end, and to the few sincere Aqua diligently learning in silence, Shalom. And with this lesson, we're just going to get into how, hey, it's a message that always needs to come out because Jake, the majority of our people in America continue to think that they're going to be able to get a piece of the pie, and things are going to get better when we clearly look around. So-called black community is just getting worse by the generation, really worse by the day at this point. We're on the verge of an economic collapse, World War III, all hell breaking loose. But outside of that, what's the majority of our people going to be concerned with? Tomorrow being Juneteenth, which, hey, it's it's a it sucks that we have to make it to another Juneteenth, but hey, the work still needs to be done. And I mean, when you look at Juneteenth, the premise of that was what some Jakes found out that they weren't slaves anymore in Texas after the Civil War was over. Hey, our people being last to know with current events back then, it's the exact same thing now. But start off with that Micah chapter 2, verse 10.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. It says, Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction.
Straight to the point. But rise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. And the elect, the 1/3 in America are doing that right now. And the elect globally, but we're focusing on the 1/3 in America right now. They're rising and departing from this place spiritually. We see that we have no continuing city here, so we get our daily bread and take care of our affairs. But as for being fully invested in this society, that's not the case. Because as the next part says, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction. And when we just take a look at the landscape, and you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, especially you so-called Negroes, you so-called blacks in America right now, we can see that you're polluted and destroyed mentally and physically in this place. And that's because America was not the golden city for us. It was the American dream was never for us. This place was always meant to serve as a punishment for our transgression from the Heavenly Father, and not following after the laws, statutes, and commandments, and being faithful to the covenant. And that's part of the curses. It would say that we would be in these conditions that we currently see ourselves in. Is there something you want to say, Yakina?
No, I'm trying to find something.
Oh, con. But if somebody could get me Deuteronomy chapter 28, start at verse 64 and read down to verse 66.
This
28. You got it?
Con, I thought you were looking for something.
Yeah, I was looking for something. I just jumped back over, but it's cool. Go ahead. Let me find it.
Right, Con. This Deuteronomy 28 and 64. And Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Okay, when we go into Deuteronomy chapter 28, that deals with what? The curses that will befall our people for again being disobedient unto the Heavenly Father. And as Deuteronomy 28, verse 64 starts off with, hey, I shall scatter thee from one end of the earth even unto the other, where thou shalt serve gods that thy fathers, either thyself have known, gods of wood and stone. And we can see that our people have been scattered and they've fallen into a bunch of these other religions and philosophies. And especially with our people over here in America, what? They fall into that deception of the American dream, democracy and patriotism and all men being created equal, when clearly we see on every list or statistic you look at our people on, they're at the bottom of the rung. First first fired, last hired, you know, the largest percentage of single parent households, you know, drug addicts, STDs, all the list, high blood pressure, diabetes, all the high lists of negatives, you'll see our people, you know, at the tops of it. Because again, for our disobedience, you know, we were punished by the Most High, and especially in America, and this is like the bedrock of the punishment for the children of Israel. But you can get verse 65.
It says, and among these nations shall thou find no ease. You went into the wood and the stone?
Khan, I just kind of touched over it. If you want to speak on it, you can.
Nah, you know, normally you would go into it. It's all good. I thought I'd Shalaki. It says, and among these nations, well, you know, even with that, you know, those gods that are held in high esteem today, all right, that wood, you know, going into that cross, all right, and that stone going into that cobblestone, you know, it's just these people have taken gods unto themselves that cannot save them. They can't breed, they can't judge, all right, they can't do anything. They can't do anything that our living Heavenly Father can do, man. But though yet, all right, they serve and give oath unto these gods, man. Okay, they pray unto them, and ultimately the Lord is not dealing with that, man. All right, our people is heaven into the wearing those rosaries, all right, with you know, with the cross on it, all right, so-called Jesus Christ hanging on the cross, man. All right, our people is totally gone.
Hey, that, you know, that wooden stone isn't just specifically going into that. It's just going into these things our people, you know, generally fall into. That's a part of it, you know,
Yeah.
Christianity and Islam, which are two major strongholds. But what you got our people being, you know, into the Pan-African movement. You know, a growing number of our people are becoming atheists. You know, the alphabet community, that's become a religion in itself. And again, especially this American lifestyle, this, you know, democracy and equality and all these things that sound good to the flesh, but what? It never benefits our people. But our people are always pushed to the forefront of these agendas to bring everybody together. Why? Because our people are used as a scapegoat. Because, you know, the people of the world naturally follow after the vibration of the Israelites. So Esau uses our people as the face to get people on board with this agenda. Then once he's got people on board, what? He throws our people back to the bottom.
Yeah, that's Christianity.
That's what Hollywood and hip hop is used for, the exploitation of our people, man. Because with our people as a tool, they can use them to control the masses in the world. All right, through fashion, hip hop, music, you name it, man. And they do it. The women and the men, down to the children, man. They pick your leaders. They pick your they pick the people who they want you to follow, man. And they do it, like I say, always say, quote coming from one of those elites, man. He said, "He who controls the image controls the mind, man." And they definitely do. They definitely do that. Go ahead.
Okay, that's an example. Back to that Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Because it is polluted and shall destroy you. They put what? Jake at they put Eve as the face of feminism. They put Eve as the face of the strong, independent, single mother, boss babe. They put Jake as what? The face of Moism. And then what? These other communities are starting to get affected by these other nations. But if you just look at our people, it's like we got a concentrated dose of all that stuff in our communities. And you see the worst effects of it amongst our people.
Yeah, violence too. Jake, the face of violence, man. When you look in these neighborhoods, the Chicago's, New Orleans, these insignificant places, man. You know, Jake leading the country in crime, man. For crime rates, man. You know, it's just whatever marketing, what is saying, Wisdom of Solomon, Raya, that they must by every way be getting by with be using the creature by all means. Yeah. All right, because at this point, Jake is nothing but a prop to push forth the wicked agenda, man. All right, because we're the majority, not the minority. So that is it. You put a Jake idol up there, and you're gonna get the mass majority of Jakes to follow that, man. That custom, you got it.
Khan,
Go ahead.
this is Wisdom of Solomon 15, verse 12. But they counted our life a pastime,
Mm-hmm.
and our time here a market for gain.
Yeah, they didn't give about our life is just a market for gain. Even in the ancient time, they'll have us fight each other, big bucks fight each other. You got the Roman games, all right, the boxing. Boxing is a brutal sport. We enjoy it. When we look at it, that's two Jakes beating the shit out of each other, man. But regardless, but they're what? They're advertising it. It's marketing. But who has to be marketed? The Israelites, man. Whether it be for good, mostly for bad. All right, because they don't market they don't market the Israelites. They don't market this that we sign. All right, they put an algorithm onto it, right? Because this righteousness. So they got to downplay the righteousness and uplift the wickedness. You got it, bro.
Hey, another example, this rap music out here. You see Esau listening to it, and these other nations, they'll dress like Jake and say some slang, but they ain't out here living what those lyrics are saying. It's our people that are living what those lyrics are saying, and you're seeing how it's polluting and destroying our people.
That became gods unto Jake too. The rap music, that's a god unto Jake, man. Jake worship until that. Jake spend their whole lives rapping in a booth, making track. You got a deaf rapper. He done dropped something else, man. And then all in the back is just gangster rap, a deaf gangster rapper. What are we promoting there, man? All right. And football, that's an idol unto Jake. Jake they devote their entire lives to practicing and go and get that CTE from that brain contact. Basketball, them niggas get done, them niggas knees. Look at Kobe. Kobe was broke down like a 57 Chevy, man. When he was finished, man, nigga couldn't even walk. Look at Kenny Smith. That nigga knees touching each other, man. All right, baseball players, niggas all doped up off the HGH. All right, and these different drugs, man. These niggas is worshiping and idolizing that shit, man. All right.
Hey, with those CTI scans, there was a controversy a couple of years ago where they said, hey, we should pay more money to the Edomite players because, they lost more brain cells than your average Black American. Like they're saying they're not as smart, so we shouldn't pay them as much money.
Yep.
Let me see. I don't go up.
Okay, we're gonna get back.
I got one real fast. This is Hosea 4:6, and I'll read down because it's some meat. It says, "My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because they have rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest unto me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children."
And hey, we're seeing that.
Go ahead.
Hey, we're seeing that. Hey, our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Here you have the prophets out on the highways and byways preaching, as well as putting up these video epistles online, day in, day out, telling Jake, you're the children of Israel, you have a higher power, and look, we're not supposed to cleave unto the ways of these heathens or the ways of this world. But our people rejected that knowledge. So what? Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I also will forget thy children, which is what we're seeing. For 2/3 of our people, the Most High has forgotten you and is actively sending out these judgments to put you to death. And it's only going to ramp up from here on out.
Yeah, and it says, and they shall, and as they were increased, so their sins against them. Therefore will I change their glory into shame. All right, they eat up the sins of my people, and they set their hearts on their iniquity. And there shall be like my people, like priests, and I will punish them for their ways and reward them their doings. So, you want to say something?
And we're clearly seeing that, for Jake's wicked practices, they're being rewarded for them. Again, just look at our condition. Everything that it was said that Jake would go through with the curses in Deuteronomy chapter 28, Jake is going through them, and they're fitting them like a glove. unlike O.J. Simpson. But hey, but it also say, therefore will I change their glory into shame. We're, you know, that's why it's so hard, for a lot of these heathens to see us as the children of Israel just because of what the lowest state we're in. And yet, if you ever notice, whenever a so-called scientist or historian says, "Oh, this group of so-called Chinese people or Ethiopians or Israelites," people will consider it. They're like, "Oh, I can consider the evidence." But when it comes to you so-called, especially you so-called Negroes, you Latinos and Native Americans, there's no way they could be the Israelites, because what? They're the scum of society. They're animals out here. Like, they're what we warn our children and our family members to stay away from. How could this be a godly people?
Yeah, and it says in 10, for they shall eat and not have enough. They shall commit whoredom and shall not increase, because they have left off to take heed. They have left off to take heed to the Lord. Whoredom and wine and new wine take away the heart. All right. It says, you want to say something?
And that has a spiritual aspect to it and a carnal aspect to it too. Just look at our women out here. When you think of a hoe, you think of a so-called black woman, especially a so-called black woman, Latino women do their thing. Native American women are known for disappearing because they go onto those Edomite construction sites as prostitutes and disappear. And then what our people commit spiritual whoredom by following after all these different, philosophies out here.
And it says, this is the point. My people asked counsel at their stocks, and their staff declared unto them, for the spirit of whoredom has caused them to err, and they have gone a horn from under their power.
Yeah, that's why you see us in this condition that we're in. Because in Deuteronomy 28, it said what? If ye shall not, follow after these laws, statutes, and commandments, which if you're not following after the laws, statutes, and commandments, what? You're following after the laws and the ways of these heathens, which all throughout the scriptures it said it would be a snare unto us, and what these curses would befall you, which we clearly see right now. Again, instead of our people celebrating the fact that they're Israelites and that this society, America, is on the verge of collapsing, what? A lot of our people are, getting the food ready and getting the parties ready to celebrate Juneteenth. Oh, we've been emancipated. Our ancestors were emancipated, which, emancipation just means, transfer of ownership from one, ruler to another.
Right.
Which, we were transferred from what, the Southern plantations to what? The Union, the U.S. government, the U.S. corporation. Our people are.
Yeah, we're basically chattel slavery to corporate slavery, man.
Con.
Go ahead.
Con. Our people are celebrating that. Oh, just because I don't have physical chains on me right now, and I can go to the gas station and get a pineapple Big Shot and talk shit on the internet, I'm free. But there's that saying, there's no worse slave out there than the slave that thinks he's free, which is, our people to a T. They don't have those physical chains on them, though a lot of our people are in these prison houses and, are contractual slaves with what, child support and these other legal pitfalls that our people get caught in. But, our people are mainly those mental slaves. They've got those chains on their brains to where they think they're free, and through their so-called freedom and liberty, they're destroying themselves that much more.
Hey, that's why the captive exile hastened to be loose. Only the men of the Lord knew we was exiled out our homeland, and we've been running ever since, man. We understand we slaves in America, like that bozo that was in that wheelchair earlier, man. That man is slave. He's enslaved, man. He was at camp. The dude that was in the camp at camp, that dude is a slave, man. All right, he haven't unchained in a physical or the spiritual, man. That man just locked down.
He's really an old, broken, rejected, bottle nigga, man. Because the Lord, he's done. The Lord wasn't dealing with him then in his youth, and he's definitely not dealing with him now. Now he think he's a paraplegic, educated nigga, man, and he don't know shit,
But you're dead. I would say you're dead from the neck down, but you're dead from the neck down and to the neck up, mentally, spiritually. Here you are trying to combat us telling you you're a child of the Most High, and that you've got peace and rulership coming. But what? You wanna debate the Bible and say, oh, that's the white man's phone you're on. This is the white man's street you're on. But what? Look at your body. Look at your body. You had your feet wrapped in pillows, your legs were, you're a cripple, and you're pissing in a bag. But you think somehow you made it just because you got a little, nigga knowledge from prison or wherever. But hey, that's our people. Our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. And to you brothers and sisters that are watching this lesson here, just go back and watch the Saturday camp lesson, and you can see this guy we're talking about, because the brothers were debating him for a hot minute and just showing him being the poster boy for this place not being our rest, and it destroying us and polluting us.
Yeah, the gods of this world have encouraged the Israelites in the evil manner, man. They'll become proud on whatever it is they serving, man. All right, this world, these gods have taught our people to believe in whatever, man, whenever, however. All right, and that has been this have been the results of where our people are now today, man. Everyone want me to finish up in that 26? I mean, that 65. You was finished what you had in Micah, Yakana?
Yeah, I'm done.
Go on. This Deuteronomy 28 and 65. And among these nations shall thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But Yahweh shall give thee there a trembling heart, a failing of eyes, and a sorrow of mind.
And hey, if that ain't so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, I don't know what is, because what? We're amongst these nations and we find no ease. If you ain't having car problems, what? You're having family problems, job problems, health problems. Like, Jake gets out of one situation just to, fall into another situation. Jake can never catch a break here. Neither shall.
The curses are very, very, very well alive and well on Jake, man. You see him, like the brother just made a couple of examples. You definitely see it, man. When you, like I tell brothers all the time, when you ride to these different Jake areas, and now they have a large population of the Northern Kingdom, you still see the curses on them. All right, I didn't seen places where I'm from at in the city of New Orleans. They have the Northern Kingdom. They intertwine with Judah. When you see Northern Kingdom and Judah together, you see how rough they look. You know what they're doing, man. They messing with that shit. They just the young ones. They in and they ain't got it mixed up in the life of crime, man. So those curses are very well on them. Very well on them, man.
Hey, New Orleans is one of those top cities, as the elder brother was saying, that just gives you a microcosm of the condition of our people, because you see some of the worst tendencies of our people, just down here, and they're celebrated. Our nigga woman mayor, she just made a Back That Ass Up a national holiday down here. That song. Like, if that's not a destroyed people, I don't know what it is.
Meanwhile, a major so-called corridor right by one of the top news stations down here, it just skid row of homeless people. Meanwhile, you're using stop signs where stoplights used to be at on the main street as a means to everyday commutes, man. There's no lights on nowhere. There's no police. But here it is, when it's time to play and bullshit, you make Back That Ass Up Day, man. Matter of fact, every Sunday under the bridge in Tremaine, you second lining with the people, man. Bullshit. Right along when you having a fling. All right? But go ahead, I can look at some real fast.
And lost my train of thought for a second. Yeah, let me just.
Yeah, bro. I was making a delivery today at work, and they have been building a building as a commemoration of the C-19. And I was like, who actually glorifies this? That was actually the way that it was, you know, set up and done is like now you're making a what you gonna put up next? A statue in Lee Park, you know, Lee Circle. You know, it's just this place, what they promote here, all right, is total madness and wickedness, man. All right, they're making a
Commemoration.
commemoration, all right, of the C-19, man.
Yeah,
Go ahead, all right.
a memorial of madness,
A memorial of madness.
and that's a
You
whole.
And they're gonna give the grand opening out to people, and guess what people gonna do? They gonna come there and they gonna eat and be merry, and let's remember these people when it was intentionally fucking done, man. But go ahead,
And who was at the forefront of that whole thing, getting the Pokemon?
Jay.
Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And who are the people that are getting messed up by it now?
Yeah.
And I remember what I wanted to say. You know, a brother in our camp, he worked a construction type job, and he was saying he was working next to the Northern Kingdom, and the Northern Kingdom would complain to him like, "Man, we're living like slaves. We're working like slaves out here."
Mm-hmm. Because
no shit.
That one guy he talking about, I knew of him too. He said their whole mindset coming here, all the people where he was from in Venezuela had the mindset that once you come over here, you done made it. You live an American dream. The American dream is just so-called given to you. So when he got over here, he thought it just was going to be given to him in his hand. Then he said he see that he got to work for everything. And then he said, like, I got so embarrassed because I can't even send pictures home to make it look like I'm making it, man. I said, damn. I don't have a car. I'm living with my sponsor, quote unquote, my sponsor, and then things ain't what it seems. Like it's all a lie. It's all bullshit. He said, man, we like slaves, man. I said, yeah. Well, let me get that scripture.
God. While he's getting that, could you read that verse 66, Baba Kashab?
Yeah, Judah and Ephraim is vexed, man. Together. Deuteronomy 28:66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life.
And I'll say this, you know, when you be around Jake, you notice, you know, when you're driving by, you're minding your own business, or when you're walking by, usually with the Southern Kingdom, what do you see the Judite man do? He'll look at you through the car, or he'll look at you walking across the street. Why is that? Because Jake done fucked over so many people that they think you might be those people coming to get you back. What other nation of people lives like that out here?
Yeah, and you're right. When you go to Starbucks, you go into a nice outing, nice adult outing, music and jazz is playing, Edomites there, Moabites, everybody there. They don't even look at each other like that, like they're enemies. Everybody just minding their business. But when you get around a nigga, he got, whether it be the nigga woman or dude, he got to look at you all upside your goddamn head, all crazy, man. You know, you ever nigga give you that triple look like nigga, what you doing? I'm like, what the fuck you doing here? You know, yeah. Yeah, make him say face. You know, nigga just look at you crazy, man. Go ahead, brother.
There you have it. To well, remember we did that Friday lesson, I believe, and then when we finished, we rode around. Did y'all see the the Edomites sitting by the little lake or the boat area? Like when we rode around and we finished the Friday lesson. I don't know if you saw them, but they all was gathered there. You know, you ain't hear nobody screaming. You ain't hear no loud ass music. You didn't see nobody getting irate, taking their clothes off, jumping in the water. None of that. You ain't see the police around. All right, because these people was gathering, like the brother said, with no fighting, fussing. Nobody ain't standing over nobody, looking upside nobody's head, man. You got the other nations able to get along, huh?
Nobody got shot and killed. Man.
Nobody got shot and killed. You didn't see nothing on the news about nothing happening in West End that night. All right. After when we left, we did our business and rode. All right. But on the way out, it was there's like a little ship area. All right, like a little sea area where you could sit and eat on the water and things like that. All right, but you didn't see none of that, man. But oh, lo and behold, you go to that daiquiri shop on Claiborne and Toledano, man, you ain't gonna have the worst experience of your damn life, man.
Hey,
Tourists or not. Go ahead.
before we even went to that second spot, when we were by that first spot, what Jake was looking us up all upside the head, and we were doing nothing but sitting there. It was a nigga moment in waiting to happen, and that's what happens. That's what happens when our people get around each other, because what Jake's done so much dirt that he's got to look around his shoulder, and also that's another part of the curses. The tender and delicate man amongst you shall have an evil eye towards his brother.
Yeah, they're gonna try you too, man. A nigga gonna try you, man. All right. Go ahead, brother.
Drugs too. Drugs done became gods into our people. So when you mix that music, that violent, brutish music, with Jake on the drugs, then there's the debt waiting to happen, man. That's why we don't have no assurance of our life here. Because not only is we battling our true enemies, the other 17 neighbors, but we're battling two-thirds of the enemies of our own people, man. They damn near the biggest enemies unto us, man.
Oh yeah.
They're the ones we really got to battle. You got it.
That's why I don't understand why, Jake, you put yourself at night in the wee hours of the morning. Anything happening beyond 10 o'clock, definitely 12 o'clock. Jake's output number of Jake's alcohol and drugs, somebody gonna die, man. It's bound to happen. It's bound to happen, man. Why would you do that? That's like Jake one-on-one. Why would you put yourself in that situation, man?
Going around the places Jake likes to congregate at. Like,
yeah.
If you have your head screwed on right, that should be the last place you want to be at. But what Jake finds an excitement out of that. That's why Jake gets caught up and Jake is put to death.
Let me bring out where it say Jake is stricken with madness. Man, we battling people who are sick in their mind. On top of that, they full of drugs, they full of rap music, they full of neglect, been despised, and the Lord ain't sending no blessings in their life. They baby mamas hate them, right? Their family members hate them. The jail system don't even want them. They kicking them out. Man, you've been in here too long. All right, nobody love them, man. All right, and they don't got the word of the Lord. So, man, you run into a man like that, he got nothing to lose. You know, these people got nothing to lose out here, man. We trying to avoid them at all costs. Let me burn that out real quick, guys.
However y'all want to do it. I know you were holding one. Y'all can.
That stricken with madness.
I got that one real fast. This is Baruch 3:8. It says, "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power." You got it.
Hey, that's straight to the point. We are yet this day in our captivity. You had that obese, pork-eating nigga calling himself King David, saying that when that eclipse happened on April 8th, we would no longer be under the curses. Well, here we are on the eve of Juneteenth 2024. Our people are still subject to payments, yet this day in our captivity, just completely through out here. And why did it say that? Going back to Deuteronomy 28, because we disobeyed the law, statutes, and commandments, and broke the covenant. So our people are subject to the curses and the penalties of it. Mass death, confusion, a chaotic death style out here.
And these are the only people that it's happening to. It's not happening to the Moabites. It's not happening to the Amorites, Ishmaelites, all right, Edomites. It's not happening to none of them. Even these low-level Edomites, it's not happening to them. It's only happening to the Jakes, man. All right, and definitely not those small hats. It ain't happening to them. Even though they're making tunnels and shit. All right, they doing shit, but the shit ain't happening to them, man.
They're getting away with them tunnels with bloody baby carriages down there. But let a Jake dig a tunnel down there with a damn, a joint down there, they're gonna throw Jake underneath the prison.
Right.
You got it, Kaya.
Fine, this Deuteronomy 28, the point is in 28 and 29. It says, Yahweh shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. And thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in the darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee.
Hey, I can make a point.
Fine, you got it.
We had another guy come up asking what this is about, but as soon as you get to open your mouth, he's wandering, his head is wandering down the street. He's not even paying attention. And these niggas are literally, it's like walking into a dark warehouse. You open the door, you put the key in the door, you open there, and somebody shuts the door behind, but you got to get to the other side of the warehouse. You don't know if it's machines, wires, what in there. That's how Jake is groping around. Like a zombie. They're looking for the truth, they're looking for the light, but just can't find it, man. All right? They're stumbling, they're falling. They don't 1 minute. You got a lot of these Jakes, 1 minute, 1 week, you a Muslim, the next week, you something else. The next week after that, you something else. You denouncing that, going back to the other thing. That's Jake, man. That's it. That's Jake in a nutshell. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, you got the people over there with a damn ski mask on, asking, "What is this?" Coming up to the truth, asking, "What is this, man?" Don't want a goddamn thing. Eyes red. He just look exhausted. Then he just take a hand grenade from a woman off the street car that he don't know, drank the shit, then throw it on the ground because he disgusted with the drink. But you're drinking behind somebody you don't even know.
Yeah, Jake gone, man.
Jake gone, man. Jake is broken.
And we didn't even get into those women that were on that bus that he got the drink from. That was the
three tour.
He got to us. He like, man, he asked a question. Brother still talking. I'm just talking for nothing. Yeah, he really is. You can't get it, man. You can't get it. You can see the angel right there like this. Just closing his ears up, man. You can't get it, bro. We just see you in the kingdom, man.
Yeah, that's the fate for majority you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans out there. Abaratazah, these brothers, myself, and the sincere Akeem and Akwaf watching this lesson, don't fall into that lie.
And then the other guy, my bad. That other guy too to come out there. You didn't been out there a couple of times. Now you didn't backslide even worse, man.
Yeah, he rolling up.
That shit. Go down the street with that shit, man.
Yeah, it was rolling up. Yeah,
true, man.
Yeah, with the damn podcast demon on him. At least that's what we last heard about you before you showed up again.
Yeah, he wanted mixed rapping with the lyrics of the Lord. These songs don't mix. We on two different rhythms and beats, man. We ride two different beats, man.
Frequencies.
Oh, I could put my ad-libs into what y'all saying and it's true. Nah, this a different song, my man. You got the song of drunkards. All right. We got the song of Moses, man. There's two different songs, man. All right. We're on two different vibrations. And then you out, and that's just say we would have got with you with that. All right. Next thing you know, you would have been trying to pass the gutter up, brother. Hey man, hit this, man. We could take this to another level. He wanted to circulate the black dollar. I bet he wanted to do that too, Yakana. When he got his ad lib on with this, like, nah, brother. But that he know who we talking about too.
Yeah,
hey, brother, don't come out there with that. That's not the way we operate. We could care less, but nonetheless, bro, put some respect, bro.
And
go ahead.
Just don't come back.
Don't come back.
Yeah, just don't come back, man.
Yeah, if you watching, don't come back. You know who you is.
Yeah, you too far gone, bro.
Hey, it's one thing for a nigga out there who ain't come up to the camp before, and you stayed there for a couple of hours the last time you came, and that's nothing we're about at all. And if you've even listened to any other Israelite camp, they would let you know that. But it's one thing if it's a regular nigga walking up next to the camp and rolling a blunt, but it's another thing when you've been out here and dialogue with these men, dialogue with us, and then you're just comfortable to bring out the spliff and just break the shit up and roll it up right in front of the camp. Like That's sad, but
Yeah, this what oppression FF did, Jake, man. All right, that's why it says, "Thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled forevermore," man. This is a nation robbed and spoiled, and then on top of being spoiled, these niggas poor. How you gonna be poor and spoiled
And proud, man.
and proud?
I think. Let me see.
that's in Sirach.
Yeah. Go ahead. What you about to say?
One of the top things that the Lord hates is a poor, proud man. Because if you're poor, you've obviously made some bad life decisions. Well, all things considered, you have some people that are down
You're
on
in the lower state. You're in
Yeah,
the lower state. Yeah.
So you got nothing to be proud about. You have no community. You're living paycheck to paycheck. You don't know your identity, but then you have the goal to be proud out here and come and talk against something that's actually for your benefit.
I got it right here. Whenever you finish, I got it right here, brother.
You got it. I let the scripture speak.
This is Sirach 25:2. 3 sorts of men. My soul. 3 sorts of men.
So understand this. 3.
Yeah, 3. 3 sorts of men my soul hated. All right. He said, and I am greatly offended at their life. All right. A poor man that is proud, a rich man that is a liar,
Hey,
rich adulterer that doted. Go ahead.
And Jake fits a lot of them categories. A poor man that is proud, the average Jake out here, a rich man that is a liar. These celebrities, these rappers that pretend to live that lifestyle when a lot of them came from good homes and went to college, but yet they're telling you they got it out of the mud. They're the biggest killer on the block, telling your kids to become demons while they're sending their kids to prep school. And then an old adulterer that doted, you old bald fat niggas out there in your 50s that still try to go to these clubs with the younger people and try to trick on a young woman. Is Jake just something else. But what did it say? Not only does my soul abhors them.
Yeah, that shit ridiculous, man.
Jake sees no issue with these things. These things that the scriptures speak against. This society, actually promotes. Being ignorant, being a gangster, and living in the hood out here is upheld, is the standard for a so-called Negro. What? Going to jail is like getting awards in the military. That's like the Medal of Honor for niggas.
Yeah.
I just come from Hey, look at the Bobby Smurters and the niggas that get released from jail. Them niggas start getting shown love by the rappers and the idols. It promote jail, rap, adultery. And that's all rap is about, just the promotion of adultery. All right.
I think get on that King Von nigga. That nigga, according to that nigga paperwork by the Fed, he was a serial killer. He's glorified. Y'all put up murals of these niggas. All right.
Tattoos,
and all type of shit, man. All right. Jake wicked as hell, man. All right. And we really, we need the Lord to free us from them niggas too, man. These niggas is ruling with the so-called white man, bro. All right. These niggas, they were hand and foot with the so-called white man. They doing his bidding. They terrorizing the righteous, man. All right, because this is their kingdom. You can do whatever you want to do here. This is the do as thou will kingdom, man. All right, you can be wicked as all out. All right, and nobody. And matter of fact, you're gonna be esteemed and glorified. But if you try to do what we do, all right, you them church boys, you ain't right. Anything we say is wrong. All right, go ahead, Doc.
When the world look out for you, they introduce to you NBA Youngboy. Here you go. Have that.
That's another one.
They give you NBA Youngboy, man. Like the brother said, these people are the fault of the devil. As a liar or murderer he was, so is they. And that's Jake still killing and robbing. All right. That's the opus magnum for Jake. All right. That's their crowning achievement here. Who could rob, who could thug, and who could be the most violent there is, man. All right.
who could ruin
Gang
another
bangers,
person's life.
gang members, huh?
You know, a badge of honor amongst our people is ruining another person that looks like you's life, and then
Yeah.
gloat about it. Like I completely got over on this nigga. I fucked this woman. You know, I did all this kind of shit. Like it's disgusting and it's despicable. And that's why when we see you Jakes get put to death on the news, you know, it brings a warm feeling to us because that's one less demon out here.
Yeah, I got something for you.
And somebody could hold for me Isaiah chapter 1 verses 4 to 6, but you got it, Kaya.
This is Isaiah 42 and 22. I'm gonna read to 24. It says, but this is a people robbed and spoiled. They, all of them, snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. And another thing, they glorify being in jail. When you look at certain video, what them niggas in there doing? Y'all can not shooting dice. Nigga got guns, knives. You know, nigga rapping on the wall, beating on the wall.
Niggas shooting the music videos from jail, man.
Yes.
Niggas crazy, man. Niggas shooting. I'm talking about and posting this shit. All right. Check out my Spotify. All right. Catch me on iTunes. But he's doing a bid. He's doing a 15 to 25 bid, man. You know, niggas is crazy.
Opening cabinets too.
Yeah, that's a whole other topic in itself. All right, and that's an inside joke. All right, you gotta find that video to understand what we're talking about. Go ahead.
It's explicit, by the way. It says they are for a prey and none deliver it, for a sprawl and none said restore. Back to that none shall save them. They're gonna be oppressed out of their damn mind. All right, and ain't nobody gonna restore you, Jake. All right, you'll spoil you out here. It says, who among you will give ear to this? Who will hearken and hear for the time to come? This the point, all right. Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers? Right. Did not Yahweh? He against whom ye have sinned? Go ahead.
It tells you why you're in this predicament. Going back to Deuteronomy chapter 28. You broke the covenant, the laws, statutes, and commandments. So what? The penalties for it, the penalties by blood is you know, the reason you're in your current predicament. It's as simple as that.
But,
you know, Jake, if I could just say real quick, you know, Jake has made their prison cell, you know, they glorified in that and made that their lifestyle. Like you got it.
Yeah, it says, neither word, for they would not walk in the ways, and it walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his laws.
And going back to that Hosea chapter 4, you know, our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. You know, they've rejected their power, and since they reject knowledge, you know, the Most High has rejected you, and you know, rejected your children. So when Jake always asks, so what can we do to get out of this situation? We need to come together as a community, circulate the black dollar, open up a bank. That never was going to work, and that never will work, because, you know, we're living out the curses for our disobedience. And the only way we're going to get out of this situation is when Yahushua comes, you know, to save the elect. But as for our people that aren't going to, you know, get it on this side, and they're going to be saved, you know, through childbearing when they're reborn through the loins of the elect. After they're put to death horrifically on this side.
You want the Isaiah 4, you said?
Kind of, we'll get that Isaiah chapter 1. You can start at verse 4.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, you got it. Because I was trying. I went down to 26. I thought you said 26 when you were talking.
It says Isaiah 1 and 4. A sinful nation. I'm gonna start at 2, Raya. It says, "Hear, O heaven, and give ear, O earth, for Yahweh has spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me."
And hey, that's been the, you know, the MO of our people, you know, throughout our history. Here, the Most High, as you know, we're His chosen people, and all we had to do was, you know, be obedient. And the Most High nourished us, especially in the wilderness after we came out of Egypt. Shit, we got saved out of Egypt. And what? Jake went to rebelling immediately in the wilderness.
Hey, even in Judges, how many times the Lord got us out through different captivity? Moab, the Cush, everybody, 7 years here, 18 years here, 10 years here. And what we would do, cry to the Lord, and what he would do, deliver us right away. Say Israel will cry here, take us out, man. All right, but then what? Immediately after come what? The rebellion.
And hey, even today, you've got the hopeful elect, which I brought this out with that number, but you got Jakes that know they're Israelites that are what? Rebelling, changing up the doctrine, and how it's starting to look is a lot of y'all took that envelope with money underneath the table.
Oh yeah,
Verse 3.
big thing.
What'd you say?
So yeah, that's a big thing now. All right, the sellouts. But go ahead.
Yeah. Verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider.
Hey, it's everything. It seems everything is working in its perfect order out here, except for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Animals are doing what they do. Even Esau's wicked ass, he's doing what he's supposed to do, being the wicked. But what? Our people are supposed to be the righteous, but what? They want to be anything but righteous. They want to be anything under the sun but what they truly are.
Right.
Yep. Verse 4. A sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They are forsaken Yahweh. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backwards.
Our people are definitely some corruptors. Again, just look at these celebrities, rap music, and the elder brother always brings out this example. You might have a so-called Latin woman. She comes from her traditional lifestyle and seems like a woman in her right mind, but let her get around the so-called black woman, and what? They turn her out completely. You see her a couple of months later, and she just completely assed out here. It's sad to say, but like the lifestyle our people promote and push on to other people, it's a corrupting, destructive force, and it never shows any results.
Oh yeah.
But they love to have it so.
I got something for you. You got something y'all gonna?
No, I was trying to get this thing straight on the comment board. For a fact, it's going.
This
Go ahead, you got it.
I'm gonna start at 3 where I read down to 5. This is Jeremiah 5 verse 3. It says, "O Lord, are not thine eyes upon the truth? Thou hast stricken them, but they have not grieved. Thou hast consumed them, but they have refused to receive correction. They have made their faces harder than a rock. They have refused to return."
Hey, the more our people get stricken, the more they glorify in that punishment. You got Jakes out here, for example, say a Jake gets shot up and because he was in some gang-related violence, that's glorified as a badge of honor.
Right.
That's seen as, that's not a punishment for a wicked mistake. Oh, you got war wounds, you're battle tested, you're getting it how you live out here. You got Jakes out here. Oh,
you got it.
You got Jakes out here that are born crippled and deformed, but what? Jake out here still trying to be a rapper or glorify in their deformity, not knowing that that was an affliction from the Lord.
Yeah, like this Aquan showed us a video that we did a lesson on our Friday lesson we normally do from week to week. And the dude was talking about how he was this commando ex-Wesley Snipes guy. He was talking about how he fell and caught the chain and then shot 2 people's shoe pads. It's like, even the interviewer had to tell him, nah, bro, you lying, bro. Y'all for real. Like, but it's the the glory that people are trying to receive from getting shot up. Like it's like people get interviewed who get shot up. Like when we telling people to avoid, and this is another thing with correction. Ass whipping is for correction, not rejection. All right. But when Jay get his ass whooped, Jay just rejected. You know, like, man, hey, the hell with it. All right. It ain't for to reject you, it's for to correct you, man. All right. But our people is gonna take that long walk on that short bridge, man. Every time. All right, because they don't understand what is chastisement from the Heavenly Father.
Yeah,
Being in America, not having the name of the Lord, being poor, first hired, last hired, first fired. All these things is not to be glorified, man. All right, you should be ashamed. You should be shamefaced. But for shame, guess what? They got glory, and for glory they have shame, man. You want to say something?
You can't. How you gonna glorify? You get your ass whooped all day, man.
For real.
All right. You know, Israel has become the Adrian Bronas of the world, man. All right. You talk hell of a shit, but you get your ass whooped when you get in that ring. That's how Jake is with them nations, man.
Hey, that's a good example. Bro, don't be like AB. AB is like 2/3 of our people.
Yeah, he's the CEO of 2/3, man. All right.
Yeah, he tore up, man. It says verse 4. Therefore I said, surely these are poor, they are foolish, for they know not the way of Yahweh, nor the judgment of their power.
We clearly see our people are poor and they're foolish. You'd have to be foolish to glorify being poor, to be a deadbeat, to be a whore, you know, to be a degenerate. But hey, that's what's held up as the standard in our community. You can't even call it a community. It's just a
graveyard.
Desolate, a graveyard. It's a perfect word for
graveyard, man.
Yeah, that's a demon too. Apostle Gabal going to that community demon. That's a demon. Or we helping out the community. Look around the NFL and community cares. Nobody cares about this community I live in. I've been living here all my life. Nobody cares about this. Like the elder said, they got a brick with a stop sign coming out of it versus a damn street light, man. Don't nobody care about the damn. You should see the roads down here. Our streets, no, all of them. The interstate got chips in it. You got it.
The nickname for New Orleans, you can look it up. The city that Care forgot about. All right.
They what?
The city that Care forgot about. That's the nickname.
Yeah, that Care forgot about. Yeah.
New Orleans, I mean, it's called the city that Care forgot about. All right, on top of the Big Easy, you know, and you see this shit, man. All right, these people here are they've been plagued since they came up the slave ships, man. All right, everybody's still running around with that goddamn UNLV attitude, man. All right, still stuck. They're still stuck. All right, in the 70s and 80s here, man. All right, that Master P make them say lifestyle. Still living like them brick projects are, man. It ain't nothing changed. You niggas have never gone nowhere in the world. You don't know shit. You the slowest, one of the slowest cities there is. Everybody else way ahead of you, and you still got your little thing going on with this Zulu second line bullshit, man. And like I say, it ain't got you nowhere. All right, it hasn't got you nowhere. Cause something you said, I wanted to say something about it too, man. What you started off with. You started off with saying something about here, and I'm thinking, damn.
Oh, the infrastructure, like the roads.
Before that.
Oh, the culture.
Yeah, something about that.
Yeah, this whole place, if it come back to you, you could just grab it. But this whole place is forsaken. The whole this place is ancient. They have old buildings, old roads, like nothing is up to date. The pipe wood, they got wooden pipes under the ground. This place is done for, and people carry their ass down here to go in that stinking ass bourbon, all right, and just commit all kind of abomination and idolatry, man. All right, we hate this damn place. All right, We seek to get out of here, man. The captive exiles hasten to be loosed. Get that right. Isaiah 51 and 12 or 16, one of them, Salakia. But this Jeremiah 5 and 5. It says, I will get me unto the great men and will speak unto them, for they have known the way of Yahweh and the judgment of their power, but these have altogether broken the yoke and burst the bonds. Go ahead.
Hey, and the sincere, brothers and sisters have out there, are getting themselves unto the great men. They're listening unto what? The prophets who are telling them what they need to do to get their minds right. And it's a beautiful thing to see, a sincere Israelite actually changing their life. But what did that second part say?
It says, but these have altogether broken the yoke and burst the bonds.
Oh, Khan, but for the wicked of our people, what? They don't want to come under, that light yoke of Yahushua. They want to tear it off of them and think that they're free, free by not being underneath the captivity of righteousness. But what? You just gone from, the captivity of righteousness to what? The captivity of, chaos.
Hey, got it.
There's one where it says, I'm a butcher it badly. It's like that thinking themselves to be free or thinking themselves to, live at liberty. They are actually living in madness. It's in Wisdom of Solomon. It's like, I'm butchered.
But you mentioned something though that kind of caught my ear. You mentioned they don't want to come out under a righteous captivity, and the brother is absolutely right about that, because we have made we have come under the burden of the yoke of the Lord, all right, which have given us a comfort. See, though they like, well, y'all slaves, well, y'all poor, well, y'all, we are, all right. But what the Lord have given us is this word and the understanding, man, which helps us, be able to walk in this dark, decrepit place, all right, with a spot of light on us, man. All right, and that's all we need to really do until the full light is come. All right, until this full end of this place is come. All right, darkness is what? Overtaken. Totally. Right. And it tells you that in Isaiah 61. You got it?
Oh, Khan, I got it.
Go ahead, you got it.
But if I could say real quick, back in that Isaiah chapter 1, what did it say? The ox knoweth his master, and the donkey. Those are beasts of burden that have yokes on them. They have yokes to cultivate the field and do their work. Those are animals that are in their right order, not being burdened by the order that they're in. But for our people, that yoke of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh is burdensome to them. So they cast it off themselves and think that they can find a better way, which, as we can see, all those ways lead to no way but to destruction. But this is Isaiah 51, verse 14. The captive exile hasteneth that he may be loosed.
Right, because we was exiled from our homeland, but we was captive in the lands where we are. And this was part of the curse that the brother brought out in what? Deuteronomy 28. We shall be scattered. And we still scattered to this day. Do not James say that that the 12 tribes that are scattered abroad, all right, we fall under that banner. You see? But we hasten that we may be loose. Okay? Because if we never get out of here, we all gonna die, man. But we as the Israelites, we don't care about these other nations, right? We don't give a damn about these other nations. They suffering. No, it's all about the Israelites, all right? So at the end of the day, we hasten that we may be loose from what? These burdens and this bondage of evil. We really hasten to be loosened for wickedness, because even Lot, it vexed Lot spirit of what? The wicked doing, the vexation of wickedness, man. All right, that's the ultimate get out. You see? Go ahead.
Hey, the next part, says exactly what you were saying. The captive exile hasteneth that he may be loosed, and that he should not die in the pit, nor that his bread should fail. Yeah.
So these snares don't overtake us, because the wicked set snares for the righteous privily. All right. To what? Overtake us. Everywhere we look, there's a smell. Child support, college, what else? Name, school. I mean, anything.
Ownership of a home.
Ownership of a home, a debt pledge, a mortgage, a car, owning a car. You pay 3-4 times the damn car, man.
Just getting with a woman's a snap over here. She ain't who she really is. She hiding behind makeup, eyelashes, hydrogel, ass, and titties. Everything is fake, man. This is the Matrix, man.
Family commitments.
Yep. A loan. Whatever relationship you make or shake hands with, you're dealing with it. It says in Job, you might can find it, Ryan. You're dealing with the man of bribery, man. All right, who gonna shake your hands? But the elect shoot the hand down the bribes, man. It says that in Job too. I think it's Job 15 and 20. The end of the last scripture in 20, 26, 24, something like that, or whatever. You're dealing with the man of bribery, man. So any deal you are actually get, all right, is an upside down deal.
Yeah, it's one-sided.
It's one-sided, man.
It's only
Job 15 and 34.
It's only for the guy who's making the rules to come out as the winner, the victor every time, man. All right, all this shit is rigged, man. From the jobs, you a slave, man. Your wages are taken out even before you even touch your goddamn check, man. And then once it's taxed, when you go to buy something else, you're taxed again, man.
Yeah,
it's a big sham.
Then when you register, you're taxed again. This is damn bullshit, man. Every year or two, you gotta register it. They tax you to register. Man, come on, man. It don't matter what deal you do with the tabernacles of bribery as the brother gonna bring out, you screw. Student debt loans, all right? Like, come on, man. Go ahead, Doc.
So Job 15 and 34, for the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate, and fire shall consume the tabernacles of bribery.
Right, it's the houses of bribery, man. All right? In Sirach 40 and 12, it says, all bribery and injustice shall be blotted out. So either way it go, you trapped in on every side. Jake, you're cursed. All right, you're coned off. All right, you smitten, you're stricken, you stink. You know, it is, you're a low-life loser. So here, being an Israelite is not beneficial unto us, man. That's why we have no continuous city, but we seek one to come. But that's all I got. Our point been made, brother. No.
I just got one more. Isaiah, back in that Isaiah 1 verse 5.
Come on, let me get it for you.
And just to back up everything you were saying, Jake, Jake is at the lowest of the low in society. Jake has nothing going for him here, and you would think, Jake would take heed to the message of the prophets, but again, they break the bands and take off the yokes. They don't come unto the great men to hear these words. So what? Hey, there's only one other path for you, and it's not celebrating Juneteenth. It's ultimately being destroyed. As I said back in that Micah chapter 2 verse 10, it is polluted and it shall destroy you.
Yeah. Hey, oppression gotta plague your mind, right? At some point. Like, and Jake walking around here plagued, but they don't understand y'all don't understand the oppression. Man, them bitches just got us out here, in these hoods. No, your own doings have procured these things into you. As it says in the book of Jeremiah, man. Your own doings, Jake, and the continuance of your own doings gonna get you buried in this pit, man. All right? You're not trying to escape out. Jake trying to bury himself alive. So guess what? The Lord gonna do that for you. You see?
And your enemies, and we're not taking any heat off of our enemies, you Edomites or other heathens, but they're just helping to forge your affliction. Like you're in this affliction because of your own doing, because of your own disobedience.
Isaiah 1 and 5. Why should you be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick. and the whole heart faint.
Straight to the point. Why should you be stricken? Why should you be cursed, punished, and get the shit kicked out of you anymore? You will revolt more and more, which is what we're seeing. Just, Sexy Red, NBA Youngboy, any of these Jakes you can think of. That's what revolted more and more can get you. Now you got deaf rappers, as the brother brought up. It's
real shit. You niggas are so wicked and so influential. So where you got Jakes in the UK with this drill shit. They can't have guns, but they're stabbing the shit out of each other over that, man. This shit is crazy, man.
Oh man, I got it.
Judah. All right, you got the Northern Kingdom doing the same thing at the Judah, man. All right, all in LA, Chicago, really around the world, man.
As it says, the whole head is sick and the whole heart faint. And when a cancer has just completely, consumed the body, the only thing you can't cut, if you can't cut it out, what do you got to do? Hey, it's terminal.
Look at this. Look at this, man. Look at they doing. You gonna see it. They got a lit cigar at the man's funeral, a lit weed, a gun in the man's mouth. Look at this shit, man.
Nigga shit, man.
Look at this shit, man.
What happened to just crying and just burying the nigga, man? Why we gotta do all this?
Oh, it's about likes and tweets now, brother. Shit. Look at this, man. And you gonna tell me the Lord not about to do away with our people? No, he lit the God and put it in the man's mouth, man. Come on, bro. I meant to show brothers that, but this part of the foolery, and why the Lord about to judge the earth. See, the sins and the iniquity of our people done reached the heavens, because we're the ones that can truly sin unto the Lord. That we mean the Israelites. All right, 2/3 of our people haven't part in iniquity, man. They haven't repented, and they don't care to repent. Okay, so the Lord gonna drill your ass. They like drill music, huh?
Yeah.
Jake like to stab each other, huh? Well, the Lord gonna let them have at it.
The Lord gonna over drill you niggas, man. For real.
That's it, Riot. That's it.
Any brothers got any closing points they want to make?
No, that's it. We made it. We hit all points, man.
Hey, I think the open casket with the blunt, says it all right there.
What are we doing, bro?
And so with that, we hope you sincere, Akim and Aquath, were edified by this lesson. And again, as always, we're going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who ruled and teach well, and peace and salutations to you, sincere Akim out there, pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure until the end. Shalom.
Yeah, shalom.